Bam! Cheers, everybody. Morning. Good morning. All right. So, man, we got a great day of streaming for you guys. At least I think it's a great day. I'm pretty excited about it because I have our Wahool sponsored stream. And then we're picking up Lena, and by we I mean my wife. I'm gonna hang here with the girls, getting Lena back. Today was her first day of school. Kind of a random day to have your first day of school, I know, but that's kind of the schedule of it. Then we're going to have a sponsored workout. I'm going to be doing legs today. We got leg day. What? So I'll be getting into that with Pro Fitness being demoed. I have some Pro Fitness products we're going to be demoing. They're going to be our sponsor for that one. And then Gina and I have our Real Family-ish Season 2, Episode 3 podcast tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. We got the info right up over here. Shout out to Coach Kyle. He's going to be joining us for this one. Kyle's one of my best friends. Someone that I've been working with professionally for, I want to say it's been about a decade now. It's crazy how time flies. And yeah, just a great dude. He's got great insight, very smart, passionate, like dedicated health professional, as well as a parent, as well as a martial artist. So we're gonna get some great stuff from him. Annie, again, has 2 young boys. So we'll talk about all these fun dynamics and aspects of it. And he's still living in New York. So he's actually closer to Gina. So I want to talk to both of them, honestly, about what it's like being in New York, raising a family at this stage of the game, because being someone that's originally from New York and now actually, raising kids outside of New York, man, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't even know how. Obviously, you always find a way, but I don't even know what it would look like if we were still in New York. Like, definitely wouldn't have bought a house because, like, transparently, like, the cost of the bare minimum house we would need would literally be double the amount that we paid for this house. So yeah, I'm like super transparent with you guys. So anyways, with that being said, drop some messages here in the chat. Again, we got the giveaway going down. I'm going to comment, or I'm going to put the link to my link tree, which is where you can enter in the giveaway, in the chat as well and in the comments. So I'll highlight that for us. Link right there. There's the link tree. There's Lifestyle of Fitness. Again, we have our 12-week body recomposition program going. I've got some spots open this week, and then we'll have some, again, progressively having different opportunities throughout the rest of the month and the year. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's dig on into it, y'all. We kind of got all that. Let's break it all down. I'm going to go into the first bureau. The first thing we're going to look at, which is had a lightning deal yesterday, got the pulse ox. I just did the videos on this. I'm super excited to share all the new stuff with you guys.
In this video, we're going over the pulse ox device. So this is super cool. It comes with the batteries. This takes 2 AA batteries. It came with them in the device, so you just pop them in and they're ready to go. Push this button right here. When your finger's out, it won't take a measurement. You're just going to put your finger in. And then as you can see, it's going to take a couple seconds, and then it's going to tell me my oxygen levels, 60 or 96%. My heart rate is at about 82. And this is great, again, for monitoring your oxygen levels, your heart rate. It's super easy, convenient to use, portable. Because it's compact, it also comes with a cool little wristband and lanyard so that you can attach this on if you want to. And then again, it comes with the instructions. So it's super easy to set up and use, but it comes with this manual in case you need it as well. Definitely a thumbs up.
And shabam, y'all. So sorry if you guys heard me kind of huffing and puffing over here. I actually spilled my seltzer, which had a bunch of ice in it. And I had a feeling dude, I should probably move some of this stuff. I thought honestly I was going to spill my coffee, which I didn't. And coffee is way more of a pain in the butt to clean up on the mats and stuff. But either way, sorry about the huffs and puffs. So pulse ox is again, to me, it's maybe another one of those that's a very functional, but not maybe the funnest or the sexiest product to use. But one that I would even put in the more fun category. And I guess it depends on who you talk to, because not everyone maybe is into training the same way I am. So it's all relative. But going into the balance, the half ball balance trainer. So I have a 2-part video on this one. I haven't edited it and put them together, but let's do at least the first part here.
Oh yeah, y'all. I'm super excited to be sharing the Zealous half ball trainer. Now, I literally just unpacked this, so I want to show you guys what it looks like, what you can expect coming right out before it's inflated. Again, this is a half ball, so it has half of it set up, so it's going to go on the ground. You can have this non-slip, non-skid kind of material to anchor it. Then you can always, when you do inflate it, flip it over, have the rounded side down, and it can be very unstable, but a great piece of equipment. And as a bonus, it also comes with, again, I haven't inflated it yet, comes with an additional yoga ball. You can fully inflate this into a full ball. That's what I'm gonna do next. So we're gonna, in a second, snap to what it looks like when it's fully inflated. Ready?
And bam, this is where the editing magic didn't actually take place yet, so I get to put in part 2. Watch this. Still pretty cool though when we edit it.
Bam, yeah, editing magic. So we have the Zealous main piece inflated. So again, it's a half ball with the other side flat, having this nice non-skid. Now, what I thought were actually the straps to adjust, it's actually where the resistance bands are gonna strap on. So this is super cool to be able to use without any resistance, but it also comes with resistance bands, whether you wanna be standing on it, sitting on it, doing different types of push, pull, core movements. It's got a lot of versatility to it. And then, again, I wanted to just show you guys, it does come with an inflatable piece of equipment to help. And then the bonus is the free yoga ball as well. Again, super simple to set up, guys. Honestly, I would recommend, if you have an air compressor, using that, because this took maybe about 10 or so minutes for it to inflate. And that's pretty much it. Definitely a thumbs up though.
And bam, y'all, I'm just actually laying out a message for our Discord channel. If you guys are not on Discord, definitely go check that out. Again, we got the link tree, we got all the stuff below with all the links, resources, fun stuff. But hang out with me here on Amazon. Enjoy it while we're doing this. See what we got next. I'm still waiting on the boxing gloves to come in, so we don't have those yet. I'm excited to be able to test those out, though. Since Muay Thai is my jam, that's my specialty. Obviously, I'm excited to try those out. But this is, again, one I'm honestly less excited to always use, but just as valuable, even in the training sets and a fighting and a performance sense. So here's this, I was talking about this yesterday, like when you have self-care, not just for the mental and the physical, like recovery side, but like how you present yourself, whether it's, and this is something I like continuously go back and forth on working on. It's something I like to pay attention to, because if I'm to be transparent with you guys, I get so into work and all the things that I do, forget like I don't like even dude, like look at my hair, it's getting kind of long, it's getting kind of scrabbly, I got to shave up my beard, all that fun stuff. So I got a wedding this weekend, so that's like a good call to action for me. But for my athletes, for those out there that are performing, like if I had like a meeting, for example, like a big investor meeting, something, I would make sure I get presentable for that even more so than now. So this is something like I'm going to challenge myself to continuously, even for these streams, guys, this is something I'm kind of using as maybe a cop-out. So I wonder what you guys think. Like, I want to be really on point with the presentability. So even like for these streams, like next time, before I stream tomorrow, I'm going to get cleaned up so that I don't even have to deal with that for the wedding. So listen, you guys deserve me at my best presentability, right? So I got you guys. With that being said, though, let's get into the tweezer and the kind of like eyebrow care kit, because if you guys got crazy eyebrows like me, man, this is going to be an essential and a clutch for you guys. Especially, I remember being a kid, man, having like really, really bushy eyebrows, like even like a unibrow growing in, and like just like kids are going to bust your chops, man. So like being able to, I would wax my eyebrows. I was going like, yeah, I would go like full in on that. But this can also be an easier way to handle that. And I'm lucky now I got my wife. She'll help me out with the tweezer set.
In this video, we're going over the face-made tweezer and self-care kit. So as you can see, this has a slot for each one of the tweezers and the razors and the scissors. So you have pointed tweezers, you have slanted. This is actually super cool. It comes with a really nice kind of eyebrow razor to get you really fine and in there and precise with your kind of eyebrow care. We got our scissors here, nice little bit of curvature as well. Super sharp, get the job done. And again, this is clutch for a travel kit as well. And it has a nice little latch right here that goes over to make sure nothing's gonna spill or fall. Super compact, easy to travel with, but I think it's just big enough where you're not gonna lose it either.
Bam. Again, just that latch even closing helps things from like spilling all over your bag, which is definitely variable I don't want to deal with. So this is something like, I'm keeping this in my gym bag. More so even like this plus a nail clipper, like especially for those that do like jujitsu or wrestle or any kind of martial arts, like, dude, you don't want to have long nails. Like, it's just not fun. It doesn't feel like, I just personally feel like less comfortable when I'm doing that. And then B, if you do happen to like scratch somebody, which listen, I've definitely had those times where like I clip my nails, but maybe I missed one or something, or I didn't like, one was a little bit longer, or it's just freshly, that's the other side. Like when they're freshly cut, they can still be a little bit like talony to like catch people. No one wants to be rolling with someone and then get cut and then they're all sweaty. Like it's just not a good look. So don't do that. Do the best that you can with what the things you can control. Speaking of which, with control and even like taking care of things, like with back to school in mind, whether you're an art student or you're someone that obviously just wears glasses, or most of us are going to be using smart devices, whether it's a tablet, a phone, laptop, monitor, whatever, having a wipe to keep them clean is clutch. And this is something like, even for me, this is another like care variable that I like beat up my products, like from my gym equipment to my whatever it is. Like, so as I've gotten older, I've learned to like take better care of things and to not just use them and put them away, but to like clean them and care for them and make sure that they last and get the most out of them as well.
In this video, we're going over our lens and device wipes. Got 300 wipes here. Again, they're pre-moistened and it comes again in this box, but I want to show you guys the individual kind of wipes, what they look like. Easy to open, easy to use, from camera lens to your glasses to your smart device, tablets, whatever that's going to look like, especially back to school when you're using those devices. Now is a great time. And the function application of it, super easy. Definitely a thumbs up and a recommend.
And bam, y'all. See, I'm looking at all the other kind of messages or questions. So speaking of which, if you guys do have messages or questions, not only drop them in the chat if you guys are watching here on Amazon Live, or if you're watching on any other social media platforms. I've got the comments up in front of me. I've got my email up here. I've got all my stuff ready to go. So wherever messages are coming in, as long as it's on our social media platforms, I got you guys. Even the email. Again, you guys can check out the website too. We have our contact info and all the links up in there as well. Man, I'm just super pumped, man. I got to thank you guys. I want to take a minute to thank you guys before I move forward. We've been doing this giveaway. We're giving away $1,000 cash. October 1st, we're announcing the winner. And we've had a great, let's look at the response. I believe we're over 1,000 entries. So I want to actually give you guys like the most up to date if I can. Let me see. Let's see if I can log in. I don't even know if I have my login info in front of me. So I've been logging in on my phone, on my laptop. I don't even know if I have it on my desktop. I do have it on the desktop. Let's check the entries. What do we got? Drum roll, please. 1,100. Dang, we got 1,100 entrants. And this is something Gina and I are going to talk about tonight too, because one thing I did notice when I was exporting the emails, the contact info, there was people that were putting their same email in like multiple times. So we're going to talk about that tonight, if we're even going to let that swing or if we're going to like consolidate that and how we're going to approach that. But we have 1,100 entrants, which, dude, I'm so pumped about. Let's see. Yeah, 1,100. Dang, 897 daily entries. So again, thank you. My point of that, thank you for just the support. We got almost 6,000 views total on that page. Whoa. Almost 18,000 bonus entries. As like, again, guys, if you refer people, if you follow us on social media besides Amazon, so the only thing you got to do for this is you click on our link, on the link tree, go to the giveaway link. Once you're there, name and email. So I'm going to like literally screen share with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about here. Boom. So we go over to the link tree. I mean, you could, if you have Gina's link, like on her social media, whatever, but as long as you get it, we'll have the giveaway link here. And look, it's going to be Anna, Gina, and myself. We're the ones like kind of presenting this giveaway, and those are the accounts you're going to want to follow. We also have Gina set up her stream so you guys can actually see the announcement. You got to be here live if you want to get the $1,000. If you're not watching live, you'll get $500 and we'll just email you, but then we're going to give away the rest of the 500 to people that are watching live. Again, you put your name, your email in, and when you hit enter, let me just, so you guys can see, again, you would click on follow Gina, follow Anna, follow Coach Mike, which is me, and then our LOF channel. So you'll get 5, 10, 15, you get 20 points just for doing the basic stuff right off the bat. And if you follow all the social media stuff, you get bonus points. Refer friends, you get bonus points. Again, there's just, it's super easy, doesn't cost you anything, and you can increase your chances of winning too. So just a heads up on that. With that being said, let's get back into, don't look like we have any questions on the email or in the chat. So let's get into our next product, which again, this is a great one for back to school when you're working with multiple devices. Like I have my tablet, my phone, laptop. This is a 4-in-1 kind of charging extension cable. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was like a wireless charger. No, this is something you're still going to want to plug in. You have to have it plugged in, but it turns one outlet or one plug into 4, where you can have 3 USB cables and 1 lightning cable. So you can have multiple different devices as well, which is a clutch variable. With that being said, let's pull it up.
So in this video, we're looking at the Lanshan portable multi-device charger cable. So now this has the lightning cable you're going to plug in to your outlet box, and then you're going to have the option to have 3 different USBs and a lightning cable as well. Now you're going to want to make sure that this is plugged in. This is not just to be portable without having an outlet connected to it, and then you'll be good to go. Again, having multiple devices in one shot is definitely a thumbs up. Easy to travel with, easy to move with. Again, it has that lightning cable. The box is not included, so you're gonna wanna have either like the box or the outlet for it separately. You plug this bad boy in, and then you can use it on multiple devices here. Definitely thumbs up though, y'all.
And shabam. All right, so now let's go into, we're gonna cover our step drill bit set. This is super cool. Again, I have a shoppable video up on this, but for some reason the B-roll isn't downloading onto like my desktop, or I can't find it because I keep trying to pull it up from my drive. It's not there. I know I uploaded it from my phone. Now I can't find it. So point being though, let's do a little screenshot. Let's share even the shoppable video that I made. Let me pull this puppy up. Let me actually make sure it's approved and published. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not actually like published, which would make sense, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe it's not published. Look at that. I don't know where it went. I thought it was published. Interesting. All right, anyways, so we'll do a little screenshot. Let's also check in-link coupons. Let's see if we got any good stuff for this. In-links, what you got for me? Ooh, we got a 5% off in-link coupon. I'll do a little screen share with you guys too, so you can see what's up. Oh yeah, we got that. So here's the thing. If you guys notice how it has this like step component, point of that is as you go further and further down the drill bit, you'll see it has a varying degree of width that gets wider and wider and wider for different measurements. So you don't have to swap out and have like 10 different drill bits. You have 10 different sizes right here on this one drill bit, which I think is super cool. And again, if we look on this one, you'll see it actually has the measurements written in on the bit itself. So you can mark saying, okay, I want to go down to this one, boom, and you're good to go. So that's, I think, a super clutch feature. And again, so what I think of this with back to school and even with fitness is, one, back to school, probably going to be like maybe you got a desk or you got some shelves or cabinets or something. Usually what tends to happen, from my experience, I'm curious yours as well, guys, is when you go back in the fall, you know, in the summertime, we get rid of a bunch of stuff, right? Or like when there's a season change, at least I do. I know I try and clear stuff out. Now, I'm a weirdo and I try and keep as many as my textbooks that are relevant to my passions and my career path. So it's also different when you're in like middle school and high school versus like college, post-grad, and so on, because you have more control over your education as you get older, from my experience. As when you're younger, you have to take a lot of general ed stuff, and you can get into specialty stuff, but you maybe don't want all that. So you're going to get rid of it. Then you're like, all right, I'm going to get maybe a new desk, whatever. So the point is, having drill bits and being able to have this can be helpful for back to school when you have to prepare and, you know, either build new things, put different things together, drill into the walls. This can be clutch for that. And from a fitness perspective, you're going to hang up like cabinets, or like I have my storage units and things like that. These can be clutch for it too. Or if you're building like your daughter, like I have like her own rock climbing wall, again, this could be a clutch piece of equipment, or just like any kind of like nuanced task around the house. This is, again, I don't know, I'm curious what you guys think. Like, to me, this isn't as fun, but it's a very functional, but some people might find it fun to use like drills, drill bits, things like that. Like, I know I like using new equipment when I get it for working out, so maybe that's how some of you might feel that are more handier into doing like handyman projects. All right, so with that being said, now let's get into the mini massage gun, which I have here right behind me. What I'm gonna do, since I'm doing legs today, I'm gonna demo this for you guys. I'm gonna do a 1 minute kind of, actually maybe I'll do two, because I'll do my back as well. I'll do my legs and I'll do my back. we're going to do a little demo here on how I like to use the foam roller the massage gun for either warming up, cooling down, or the different applications and the value that it can have. And what I will say for the mini massage gun especially, it's got 25% off right now. Now, it came charged, so shout out to them. You got 1, 2, and 3, so it's simple, super easy to use. I'm gonna set my timer. Now, it's not as powerful as a traditional massage gun. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. Like, it's just definitely not the same. But it, depending on the purpose you're using, like I'm using it for like lymphatic stimulation, neurological stimulation, getting blood flow, like it'll get the job done still. Even like a small, low-powered one can still relatively do that, bring blood flow into that area, depending on where you're using it, stimulate the lymphatic system, how the patterns are using it. Again, that's not even like my area of expertise. We have some great, I try and share as much of the coach we have in our network and the great content they put out, so always make sure you're following us on social media to see more in that realm that goes outside my scope, but is it within our team scope and other specialists. Oh, gonna get into the hip here a little bit. Get some fluid around there. I think what I'm doing is I'm doing 30 seconds of movement. What I would do if I were cooling down, I would just hold it in place, but here I'm gonna move it to just bring some more blood flow into the area and to just prepare it, even from a neurological standpoint, priming that area of the body. Like for the brain muscle connection, having a stimulus like this can trigger and cue up the brain like, oh, okay, we're gonna need this area. Again, I'm putting it like very like bluntly, like I'm overstepping, or not overstepping, but kind of very, very generally like touching on this stuff. This isn't like a thorough breakdown or analysis. If you guys want that, let me know, and I'll have like a neurologist or some of our specialists that I have in our network to break that down. That would be a fun, I think, guest too on the podcast, talking about not only like real family stuff, and actually, dude, I'm excited. I talked to one of my friends that's a developmental specialist, and being able to look at how the brain even responds in different scenarios, I think could be cool. All right, so let's bring it up here to the hip. This is the last time, then we'll switch it up, and then we'll get into some of the sleep hygiene products. Talk about the value of like why being able to have those kinds of products like I have right over here could be valuable. Uh-oh. Did the battery just die on me? No, okay. So that's the only downside I will say is by having the button right here on the backside, like notice I was kind of not paying attention, and as I'm pushing it, like my hand could have put pressure on the pad. Like this is literally the first time that's happened, but I would just say that's something that from a design perspective, like see, it just happened again. That could be a potential area of improvement. So like, hey, just put the buttons right here on the bottom, or put it up on the top, or somewhere where pressure is not going to be able to turn it off, especially for the function of what we're using it for. But all right, with that being said, we'll put this bad boy away. Maybe I'll break it out later, like on my workout for our next stream. But yeah, dude, I might even so we have 3 streams scheduled today. I might even do a 4th, y'all. I might like get all the streams out of the way because I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. We're going up to New York later in the day, and then Friday, Saturday, we got wedding. So I don't know. I'm trying. I definitely have a stream I'm going to do on Friday for you guys. I have a sponsored stream that I'm going to be doing like a product demo, like a little workout. So that'll be fun. But beyond that, I might get them all done today. We'll see. All right, let's go into our kind of the mattress topper, mattress protector, and the value of it. Looking at, again, I have one on our sheets already. Like, so we have 2 different sizes. This is our queen size one. We have a king size bed that we were using, but just so you guys can kind of see what it comes like packaged up, and then just highlight the value of it, because you can even keep this. Like, this is something I'm not as good at, my wife's better at, is like keeping the container, and like when we're done using it, putting it away and kind of having it like boxed up and nice, which is pretty clutch. So again, we got 100% waterproof quiltress mattress pad to cover. Again, this is cool because like if you spill coffee, like I don't know, let's say hypothetically, I'm gonna paint a scenario for you guys. Let's say hypothetically your partner brings you breakfast in bed, or your kids make you breakfast in bed, and you're like, oh, that's so sweet, and you're actually going to eat it, and then one of the kids climbs up on the bed, boom, knocks over your drink, knocks over your coffee, whatever. Not only that's gonna stink for your sheets that are now stained, but hopefully you get those out. That's a different scenario. But if you don't have the waterproof, like the liquid proof mattress topper protector, now that's going to get into the mattress itself. And here's the key thing: you can put whatever sheets on it, but if that mattress, like, because I'm going to be super transparent with you. I've gone through a few different mattresses in my day, right? And when I was living in Vegas, I didn't have sheets on my mattress. I was there for almost a year. Like, I didn't have sheets on for like 3 months. And it's, even though I was like shower and I was super clean and hygienic, it's still kind of gross, dude. Like, cause I would like sweat in the middle of the night. You could see like my sweat stains, like almost like a sweat angel in the mat. And it's like, dude, you want sheets on. You don't want that stuff seeping into the mattress itself. Bacteria, mold, and things like that can actually, over time, start to flourish and grow. So like, even just from a hygienic perspective, not sleep hygiene, which is your routine, but just from an actual hygiene perspective, these can be really beneficial. And then also the idea of like creating a comfortable sleep environment that you're going to want to spend time in, especially with back to school. Sleep's more essential now than ever, because I'm going to be willing to bet for parents and for the students out there, you are going to have a different routine now, right? And your sleep routine might get thrown off because of that, because of maybe school meetings or sports and homework and assignments, or like you dealing with your kids going through all of that. And maybe not. Maybe you have a perfect routine throughout the summer that you're like, hey, I keep the same routine year round so it doesn't mess with me when kids are in and out of school, which that can be a really, really like positive move maybe, but that's not for me to decide. Everyone's kids are different. Everyone's life's different. But when you're changing up that routine, it can be helpful to just set yourself up for success. Having a comfortable sleep environment, having the products and the sheets and the toppers and the mattress and the pillows and the blankets and all of that are going to invite you for the most comfortable, conducive sleep. Don't have a TV in there. Don't do like work in there. Don't bring a laptop. Don't have a computer. If you have those things, like we purposely, back when we had Lena, I'm trying to even think before we had Lena, so this is like 5 years ago, if we even had a TV in our bedroom. In our first house, we didn't, because once we went to Thailand, I always had a TV in my room. Then when we went to Thailand, didn't have a TV in our bedroom. And then we just had like a TV in the living room, which was great. Like I was grateful just to have a nice TV in the living room. And when I say nice, I mean like, it's like a 20 or 15-year-old TV, but it works, you know? My point of saying all that is like, it's important to break the habit. Because dude, if you're gonna like lay in bed, you're not gonna fall asleep while you're watching TV. And if you're falling asleep watching TV, even if you think you're getting a good night's sleep, it's disrupting the stages of sleep more than likely. Like I'm not a sleep expert, but from when I've gathered, what I know, and from talking to other professionals and specialists in this area, you don't want to have a TV or those kinds of things distracting you or pulling you out of your sleep cycle. So that's my 2 cents on all the sleep stuff. Now let's get back into the fitness fun. Let's talk about the weighted hula hoop, y'all. And again, if you guys got questions on this stuff, just let me know. Break this down.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to break it down, this weighted hula hoop. And I got to say, right off the bat, I was a little skeptical when I got it. Just because I thought it was potentially a gimmicky idea. But, you know, after being able to apply it and use it myself and be able to have my wife use it, and actually just to like look at the just objective kind of data and information around it, this actually gets a thumbs up for me. Again, as a strength conditioning coach, this is one I was like, again, somewhat skeptical of, but looking at how it actually causes you to engage the core, the anti-rotation component of it, and being able to, just from a coordination standpoint, get it to move, it was actually a really solid product. The one thing I will say is make sure you have this thing locked in place. Otherwise, I had it kind of like not fully locked into the magnet, and it kind of came off. So just make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, this gets a complete thumbs up for me. It's actually something I'll be using with some of my in-person clients and recommending to some of my virtual clients as well. So, yeah, y'all.
Bam, everybody. All right, I'm going to be right back. I just realized I don't have my glasses. I wanted to actually wear these bad boys for you to demo them.
I don't know what I keep happening, guys.
Oh, they might be in the car, y'all. I thought I had them over here. All right, in the meantime, we'll at least break down some of my favorite features. I could have sworn I had them, but again, we'll still dig into all the fun features. So let me bring this back down. Now, when we talk about sunglasses, there's 2 things. There's really the biggest thing that I personally have always looked for, so I call the fitness test. And what I mean by that is if you put a pair of sunglasses on, no matter what pair they are, no matter what their intentions are, I think they have to pass this test. At least for me, if I'm going to be using them to any application, even if I'm walking with them, is if I lean my head forward, when I come back, do they fall off? That's like level 1. Level 2 is if I go and do a push-up, will they fall off? Level 3 is I do a plyometric movement, jump squat, preferably I even like to do burpee because then it's like plyometric and I'm going down with velocity and like if the sunglasses stay on with that, man, I'm thumbs up. Like, I'll work out with them. I bring them everywhere, and they're just great. So from my experience, even the Sojo ones I have here in the carousel, they definitely pass that test. Any pair of sunglasses I share with you guys are 90% of them are, the reason I would share is because they pass the fitness test. There's a 10% chance, like, they're just really nice for like aesthetic, casual, like I really like them. But then they're gonna have the second thing I always like learn now to check for. But with that being said, the second piece is UV protection and having polarized lenses. Losing my balance. What is? I thought Ashley was trying to tell me like she's having an issue. I don't know what the hell. That's a good song. She just sent me the song by J. Cole, Losing My Balance. Definitely a good song. So these have, again, the polarized lenses, so you're going to protect your eyes, UV protection, and they also have 27% off right now. Now, I didn't get the crazy high tense colors, which I really do like, but I got the black and blue ones because it fits my company logo. Now let's check to see if we got an inlink coupon. Don't see an inlink, and man, let's look at all these different colors. Let me share this with you guys really quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So not only you have these nice bright shades, but listen, I was debating. I was thinking about getting white and blue. I went black and blue, y'all. I just love these. I love that style. Fits my company, but they have really cool mixtures. Even just glossy black, that's kind of fresh. Black and silver is nice. Honestly, I'm kind of like thinking maybe I should get another pair just have the white and blue too, because I kind of like these. White and blue kind of makes me think of like snowboarding for whatever reason. Black and blue, I don't know. That just to me was more associated. Anytime I see black and blue, I associate it with martial arts and stuff. I think maybe for obvious reasons. I'm curious if you guys think that's obvious or not, but I don't want to go too far into details because I don't want Amazon to flag me for like promoting violence and stuff because that's not what I'm doing. But yeah. So let's see. I just got these. I didn't even finish editing these videos, but I just got these uploaded to my Google Drive. So let's actually click on over to my company Google Drive and let's do a little like show you guys a couple little demos here. I'm just going to screen share the video. Let's see if this will be the best way to do it. Hopefully it doesn't kind of chew up too much bandwidth on my computer. Let's do screen share. I'm just going to screen share my Google Drive. All right, so I'm going to pause it really quick. So one thing I want to highlight, guys, is check this out. See this little screw right here? I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is adjustable that allows the hook on the back end to get nice and taut to the AC vent that you're going to attach it to. So I'll kind of show you guys a different angle here. So this is the full setup, super easy to use. You literally hook it into that AC. That's what I was talking about. You can tighten and loosen this depending on the length you want it at. So you can adjust it, and then boom, you're good to go. It's got those pads to help stabilize it, and then you just pinch it to adjust to your phone, and then it has these little tabs on the side right here that will allow you to push them in and then pop your phone out. So it's super easy to use, super functional. And again, this is going to come in handy because I'm going to be driving up to New York starting tomorrow. So I'm going to definitely have my phone in this bad boy. They have a nice little slot even for your charger. Just overall, I think it made for a good user experience is like the key thing I'm trying to get at here. All right. Let's bring this up a little bit. What do you think looks better, guys? I'm wondering like what's the best angle. Now, the only reason I'm not at my desk, like normally I'm only over in this face when I'm working out and demonstrating movements. But I wanted to kind of just be on the ball and stay over because I'm going to be doing a workout later, so I don't want to like turn my phone, turn everything around and come back. But for the podcast tonight, I'll be back at my desk, so don't worry. The reason I say that is it's like less congested and crazy behind me because I know it can kind of look a little crazy behind me. So appreciate you guys still hanging in there with me and enjoying the content. Again, if you guys got questions, let me know in the chat. You know, I love digging into all this fun stuff.
So in this video, we're going over the reusable and disposable face tissues. This is by ITO. Comes in a pack of 80 sheets per roll. And the cool thing is, again, I'm going to peel one off right here really quick so you can see. It's got dual-sided. So one side has nice texture. The other side is going to be nice and smooth. So depending on what you want to use it for, my wife likes using it for her makeup removal. Then she can rinse it off, reuse it. I personally like using it here in the gym when I'm working out. I get super sweaty. Instead of grabbing a towel, boom, I can just dry myself off. And then again, if you want to, you can rinse it off and reuse it up to 2 to 3 times. Now, my 2 cents on that is I wouldn't reuse it for things like in the gym. I use it once and I get rid of it. But for like facial removal, makeup removal, for maybe if you have a spill, like sometimes I'll spill my seltzer, my water here, I would definitely just reuse it 2 or 3 times for that purpose. But again, use that at your discretion, but definitely a really cool option to have for reusable purposes. And again, having the dual side textural for, again, maybe some exfoliation or makeup remover, and then the smooth side as well. Thumbs up, y'all. Even for my kids, using it for them, for cleanups when we need it, is definitely a thumbs up and comes in clutch.
Clutch indeed. It's all about that clutchness, y'all. All right, so I'm just gonna bring up our next product here. Let's pull it up. What we got? Oh, we got the wrist wrap supports. Now I don't think I'll be using these later because I'm gonna be doing a leg workout, but these are clutch for almost pretty much any workout you use because it's gonna have the wrist support involved. Now, I'll dig into this in the video. I'll just let the video do the talking here. And if you guys have additional questions, let me know.
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Air Pop wrist support straps. Now, these are actually really cool and can be really beneficial if you do have chronic wrist issues or anything like that and you want to have some additional support. So you just kind of hook your thumb right through here. You're going to wrap it around your wrist to give you some added support as tight as you like and as it feels good. And it can help you kind of, again, keep that alignment in your wrist, give you some support. There's pros and cons to this. Depending on, again, what's going on, if there's an injury there, again, talk to a physical therapist or a doctor. This isn't medical advice, but this can be a great tool to help support your wrists and be able to give you that added support when you're going for maximal lifts or pushing yourself. But again, get some more insight. These can be great options, though. I definitely do recommend them. And the cool thing about this is the material is they're not going to hold on to the sweat as much, so you can wash them, and they're going to be nice and clean and sanitized. So definitely a thumbs up.
Bam! And that's a key point too, guys. Listen, let me pause just for a second here, and I'll even dig into this on Friday's sponsored stream because I have a gym bag that I'm going to be going over. When you guys have a gym bag, whether you're doing like sports or you're just doing gym work, think of it this way. You have clean clothes in that bag, right? Then you go have your workout. Then you put your sweaty clothes in that bag. You'll clean your clothes, but do most of the, and I'm just going to ask this, I don't want to judge. Do you guys then clean your gym bag out? Because if you're not, even though your clothes are clean and you're clean, your bag is now dirty. So the next time you do it, you put clean clothes in there. You're now making them automatically dirty, just having like bacteria and sweat and funk building up in your bag. Anyone that's played any kind of sports, but especially my wrestlers out there will probably know this, but like if you've played like hockey, lacrosse, anything with a lot of equipment, football maybe, anything really, and you've left it, especially in a car or anywhere where it's hot, like you know what happens to that sweat, man. That just accelerates the process. But even if you have it in like a cold environment, that's not great either. You don't want to do that. So make sure you're also not only taking care of your training products and keeping them clean, but clean your gym bag, guys. Like clean. What I like to do is I'll take a plastic bag, put all my dirty stuff in, put it in that plastic bag, then put it in the side compartment of my training bag. I'll still clean my training bag out, but I'm trying to like create separation and layers between the sweatiness and touching all the stuff that's in my bag too. Or if you have sweaty clothes and clean clothes and you put them all together, guess what? All your clothes are now gross and sweaty, even if they didn't like directly get worked out in. Just a fun fact. But then again, I'm not a doctor. Take it all with a grain of salt, you know?
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Lamicall phone stand. Now, this one is clutch on the engineering design side because it not only has a little area that you could put your cables and your wiring through to plug it in to keep it charging if you're still using while charging. But the other thing I like about this is, check this out. It actually can move, so you can adjust the angle so that this is one I definitely am using now more so during my live streams. So when I'm actually having my phone rest on it, I can play with the angle, especially if I stand up, move, have the adjustability, and then be able to charge it, plug it in, have all the wires and whatnot coming back through here. So definitely a thumbs up, super functional, and highly recommend.
It's all about that function, y'all, and hopefully if it's fun, that's bonus. All right, so now switch gears. Let's get into our adjustable dumbbells. I was just talking to somebody yesterday actually about some adjustable dumbbells. You can see them right over here. It's a different style. They're a more generic brand, and unfortunately I had some problems with them. So that's what, to be super transparent with you guys, like again, I work with multiple manufacturers, different brands, and I test all this stuff out. So I gain a lot of insight, especially over the last 2 years since COVID. I've dove more into the equipment side of things. I still do my coaching, obviously, and that's my main area of expertise and our passion on what the brand does. But as we wanted to fill a gap, like there wasn't even an intention. It was just, hey, it was during COVID. You guys might have remembered this or still maybe experienced depending on where you're at. It's hard to get certain equipment. It was hard to get workout plates and bumper plates and dumbbells and things like that. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go like wherever I can to the source, manufacturers, whatever, see what I can do. Like if I got to buy a bunch of stuff. And it started to open my eyes. I'm like, all right, I can get this, help people out. I'm not going to make a bunch of money, but like just facilitate a need and learn about the equipment too. Because that's something as like a trainer and even as a strength coach, like the CSCS definitely pays more attention to like equipment dynamics, technique there, and like layout, space between equipment, which is very important, especially in a professional setting, collegiate setting, as you go higher in the ranks, to design a training room. Like with shout out to Row Combat Club and Johnny Buck tagging me in. I'm excited that LOF sponsored the weight training room, the strength training room. We're gonna have a great stuff, a great bunch of things going on with that. And, you know, entrusted me to help design the layout of it. That was the first time I got to take it from nothing and build the layout, which classes are starting up next week. So when I get back from this wedding, I'm going to carve out some time and like really put together next weekend or next week, later in the week, put together all the equipment we got, get everything moved in there because, dude, it's going down. So anyways, having said all that, let's dig into the adjustable dumbbells. And then I'm going to also get a refill on my coffee.
In this video, we're looking at the initial force adjustable dumbbell. Now, the cool thing about this is it's not only going from 55 pounds, but look at how we adjust it. You have a turn of the knob, and then bam, that's how you're going to be adjusting the weight. And then it literally just slides right out, slide back in. Again, adjust the weight, click it into place. And same thing. Now, one thing I want to show you is how is this working? These two little nodules right here are actually activating as springs or as little presses on these springs right here that are the locking mechanism. So that's what keeps it safe, super easy. From my experience, this handle is the fastest to swap out. Definitely a recommend. Now, this is also a single dumbbell when you order them. So if you want a complete set of two, you're going to have to order two of them. Definitely a thumbs up, though.
Uh-oh, let's get this camera over here. I realized I just didn't have it follow me when I came back, Bink. All right. So now let's get into, we got the Geek Chef air fryer toaster combo. Let's get into it, y'all.
So just to dig in here a little bit more and to highlight, I wanted to have two different B-rolls playing. Right up here is the chicken wings. Right over here are the dehydrated mangoes. What I actually did, because I wanted to show you guys, like, I think sometimes when we think about, like, you know, changing up your nutrition habits and whatnot, it's like, oh, I have to have everything from scratch. It has to be perfect. Like, I'll be honest with you, no. Sometimes I don't have the time to make fresh chicken wings, like with my own sauce and whatnot. So I bought these from the store, straight up from the freezer. They already had the buffalo ranch sauce on. I threw them right into the air fryer toaster, threw the settings on, be able to throw it on air fryer. I put it on 20 minutes, I believe, and 10 minutes about halfway through. I just flip them, got them nice and crispy, and they were amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys specifically for this one, so you guys can understand, like, again, even as a health professional, this is what I do for a living. Ideally, it's great to have organic and fresh and make your own sauce and do all that stuff, totally. But sometimes, based on time and bandwidth and what you have going on, this might be the best option. It's about making the best choice and the best option you have at that time. And being able to have the Geek Chef air fryer toaster can help leverage that a little bit more, have it a little bit more convenient. You don't have to worry about like preheating it and stuff like that, which to me was pretty awesome, because that's one of my hesitations when it comes to using the oven, which I still use at times. It's just like, I don't want to have to preheat it and wait. It adds more time onto it. So literally dial it to 20 minutes, throw them in, flip them halfway through, and you're good to go. And even that, you technically don't have to. I just like to. Now let's slide over to the mangoes here for a second. Looking at these, this is again another one. I'm a huge fan of dehydrated mangoes, but from a cost perspective and also from like a kind of portion sizing perspective. I can spend a lot of money and I can also eat way too much of them. So what I decided to do was, again, get the frozen ones and just throw them in. Now, what you'll notice in this one, they got a little crispy because I put them in for 3 hours straight. What I would recommend after doing it since then is being able to do them from a half hour at a time, let them sit for 10 minutes, flip them, do it for another half hour, then let them rest for like 10 minutes and then see where they're at. And then maybe an hour and a half in usually is gonna be good. I did it for 2 hours this last time and it came out, again, great, not as crispy on the edges. These were frozen from chunks. What I also did is I got some fresh mangoes now and I'm gonna slice them up longer and thinner, and I'll shoot some B-roll for that as well if you guys want to see that and dig into some of the differences when you lay them down and what it can look like. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm a really big fan of leveraging the air fryer and toaster, not adding the calories from oils, and being able to have the versatility it can provide with so many different things.
Bam, y'all. All right, so I'm just saving a bunch of info really quick because this is actually pertaining, guys. Check this out. We got our gift. So not only do we have a sponsored stream on Friday with RDX, but they're also doing a $20 gift card plus an RDX product. So we're going to have a combination of a giveaway for a product from RDX, a fitness-based product, and an actual $20 gift card. So I'm super excited about that. Make sure you guys are joining on Friday. I'm going to be probably putting it at 4 o'clock on Friday. Let me double check. Yeah, 4 o'clock is going to be perfect. I'm just blocking out that time. So stream RDX stream. I'm super excited for that one. And I'm excited again. We got the Pro Fitness stream here in a couple hours. Still got our Wahool stream we're doing right now. Just got so much awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much for, like, again, being a part of this community and making it happen, because this isn't possible without you guys. And I always like to reiterate and remember and just like shout you guys out and have gratitude for that.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the Govi LED string lights. As you can see, I have them set up here with the lights on. We're going to dig into what it actually looks like on the app and how to get it set up. But before we dig into the app, I want to show you another really cool feature, which is actually the hooks that come built on each one of the light bulbs. You can easily hook it onto if you already have a frame or a setup like that. Super easy to pop on and pop off as well. So now let's look at getting it set up on the app. And for this, you go right into the store, you're gonna look up Govi Home, and then you're going to be able to match it up to whichever product that you have. Now, the cool thing is, again, once you select the actual light bulb, you'll see if the right one pops up right there. You see I didn't, and then right there now that I did, you'll see the brand and the name come up. Boom, it's going to connect. And then once you have it set up, you can even rename it if you want, set up all that fun stuff, and then have complete control from your app, which is my probably favorite feature to these light bulbs, and so many cool settings and details in between.
And bam, y'all. All right, if you guys got questions, let me know. I'm checking the chat on some of our other channels just to make sure I'm not missing anything here, but it doesn't look like we got any questions on that. These are like, dude, I have these right now. Like, again, back to school or even the fall time, having these nice lights, the weather is still, depending on where you're at. I don't want to assume where you guys are at, but depending on where you are, it can be a beautiful time of year to sit outside, look at the stars, see the foliage change coming up from September to October. At least I know here in the mountains of Asheville and also in New York, especially upstate, that's like one of my favorite things to enjoy about the fall and the scenery. And my birthday is in September, so it's like a nice kind of combo. I like to, on my birthday, sit outside, look at the foliage, enjoy that fun stuff. But now let's dig into our water bottle, which I actually have just outside the door. And I realized I didn't bring it in with me, but the good news is I got B-roll for us. Don't worry.
In this video, we're going over the Fidus water bottle. This is a 64-ounce bottle. Again, on the back side, you'll see the actual ounces and milliliters being tracked right here. But here's a cool feature. This is, I'll be honest with you guys, I do think it's cool. Starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m., it kind of gives you a gauge of where you should be at or the goal to shoot for each day. And also has some nice like positive affirmations and support going through it. Now, to be transparent, 64 ounces isn't necessarily what everyone should be drinking, right? Maybe you need to be drinking more. Maybe it's a goal to start with less, depending on what's realistic. But this is a great option, especially being at 64 ounces. This is going to be a great place to start for a lot of people. Plus, it has this locking mechanism, which is super cool. So if you're like running or having it in your bag or something like that, you put it up, then when you want it, put it down, unlocks, pops right in, super cool feature. One thing I want to highlight though for the straw is this has a particular feature on the straw that lets it bend, a little spring mechanism, so it fits right in. Super cool, super functional, and it also is pretty durable from what I've seen so far. And speaking of that durability, having this nice little handle right here is a thumbs up and a bonus. So highly recommend, especially for those that are working on getting hydrated. And I do recommend get multiple of these so you can have them throughout, you know, your house, your car, your office, gym, whatever that's gonna look like. It'll help set you up for success. Thumbs up, y'all.
Bam, y'all. It's all about setting it up for success. I'm actually just pulling up the stream to our link that we have for Friday too. So I'm sending it over to our team over at RDX to get it going, man. I'm excited for this one, guys. Again, make sure you're also setting a reminder for this one so you don't miss it. I'm actually putting mine on just to make sure it's still working. And then let's get the linky poo. Boom. It's scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday. Okay. All right, let's see what we got next, y'all. What do we got next on the carousel? Got the different water bottles. Again, they have different prices and options, so I just want to lay all those out there. It's the same kind of water bottle. It's just, for whatever reason, different pricing. So I want to give you guys different options. Try and get, obviously, the cheapest one. Now let's get into the RightFit bands, and then we'll go into the weight belt as well.
In this video for the RightFit resistance bands, I wanted to break down kind of a second feature that I didn't do in my first video. Now, I've got the 45-pound set, so you can see they have 3 different resistance bands here. Now, check this out. I slightly pull out the band, and you're gonna see there's a little like looping locking mechanism that locks it in place. So if I don't want the 10 pounds of resistance, I wanna drop it down. Now I can go to 35 pounds of resistance, and then I still have the other bands in place, and then I'm good to go with the handles. So it's really that simple to swap out the resistance and the weight, and definitely an easy to use function. Again, we just pull it out, pop open, and then you can drop the band out or just easily add it back through again, thread it in, lock it into place, and you're good to go.
And bam, y'all. It's all about having it locked into place, ready to roll. Okay, so now let's get into the weight training belt as well. So we're not only going to talk about the band. You know what? Before I actually shift gears, though, let me just pull that out. Now let's get into our RightFit belt.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the RightFit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arced rounded edge that's going to be perfect for a position straight up, and you can also see where it says RightFit. That's how you know how you're going to position it. Nice and easy, simple loop through. It's got Velcro, so I'm looping it right through here. I'm going to Velcro it in to have it nice and supportive. And what I like to use this for, especially on heavier weighted pull-ups, using it for deadlifts, and being able to properly brace and breathe into it to support the back. It's not only great for heavier lifts, but also to be able to properly breathe and put pressure throughout your core and torso as you're going heavier on weights, or if you just need that added support. Check it out, y'all, and definitely a thumbs up.
And bam, y'all. I'll pull that puppy out. Boom. Let's look at, I want to make sure that everyone got, all right, looks like that got sent out. Now let's go into, let's shift our gears. We'll go into the weighted vest. This thing has been a lot of fun to play with.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the Zealous weighted vest. So I'm going to throw this bad boy on to show you how easy it is right out of the box. Throwing it on. Now, the one thing I will say, it also comes with this really cool phone carrier, and it even has a second little strap here. So you have the first part for your phone,
Second little pouch for like keys, money clip, whatever you want to do. Again, that can zip closed. Now, it also has a buckle feature. So again, I can buckle this up if I'm going to do any runs. Tighten it the way I want. It has nice reflective straps on the front and on the back so that if you decide to go out running with it, again, you'll have that reflective component. And it's not only great for outdoor runs, cardio, you can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups. Perfect example right here. I like to use it for adding weight for the pull-ups. And as you can see, it stays perfectly in place. It's not restrictive. And this has a variety of weighted options, everywhere from 6 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds and everything in between. So definitely a thumbs up and a recommend to add more resistance to your workouts. And it can be actually great for as you're losing weight to help keep your body strong with the weight that you're losing. And just for another fun fact I mentioned to clients, put this on. If you want to lose 10, 20, whatever amount of weight you want to lose, buy that weighted vest and put it on. See how heavy that feels and imagine how good it's going to feel when you lose that weight too. Thumbs up all around, y'all.
And boom. So one thing I realized, I had a second piece of the resistance band video that I didn't play for you guys. So let me play that really quick. And then we'll start to bring it home, man. I kind of hit all the products for you guys, so we'll dig into some of the other variables and variations, and you guys let me know what questions you have, and they'd be helpful to dig into, you guys. That's ultimately what I'm here to do, man. I want to just provide value for you guys, talk about the products, demonstrate them, but also make sure that you're enjoying the content, getting something from it, and hopefully being entertained at the same time.
All right, y'all. So we're going to be looking at the RightFit resistance band set. Now, the cool thing with this is it comes with a door stopper. You might be wondering, like, why is that cool? What's the benefit? So it goes right into the door, like I was mentioning, and it allows you to put your bands through this little loop. So we're going to slide it right through here so that you don't need a squat rack or anything like that. You literally just put this right into the door. You can set it either at the top portion of it, the bottom portion, whichever way you want it set up. Bam. Now I can go from a high angle to do pull downs. I can put it on the side or low to get a variety of angles and do a variety of exercises. We could do tricep extensions. We could do tricep push downs. We could do rows. We could do curls. Literally, there's an infinite amount of variety that you can do. Now, here's a really cool piece as well. Because I selected the 45-pound set, you can actually pop open these handles right here and pull out the bands so you can increase or decrease the amount of resistance that you want to use. Absolutely great for travel, for at home, and everything in between. I highly, highly recommend. Definitely a thumbs up.
And bam, y'all. So we're going to go back. I'm actually going to hang out with you guys a little bit. We're going to go through a little bit of a kind of a hybrid of like mobility as well as just getting different blood flow or getting blood flow into different areas of the body. I figured that would be fun. I'll use the mini massage gun, and I'm also going to use the vibrating foam roller. Oh, I also realized I just got a little spill spot here I didn't clean up. Bam. So we got our Mirach mini massage gun, and then we'll bust out the vibrating foam roller as well, which I also have on the LOF channel. You guys can check that one out. But again, this one I'm going to do with a combo. I'm going to hit the foam roller on my back, and instead of, I already hit my legs with this, so I'm going to go to some other areas of the lower body. And when I say like other areas of the lower body, like other angles or parts to the legs that will also still have a benefit. Let me just grab my timer here because we're going to need to set up a timer. Whoa, as that just falls on the keyboard. Hopefully I didn't hit anything. It didn't. Nice. And if you guys got questions, feel free to let me know. I'll kind of dig into it here. But I'm just going to get my foam roller on to help the body kind of get warmed up today. Since, again, I'm going to be doing a workout after this. In 2 hours, T-minus 2 hours, I'm doing my leg day workout and pro fitness demo. So I'll be demonstrating. We got, again, the knee sleeves. We got the wrist straps. And we've got the support belt as well. Oh, it feels so good. So I'm going to move this up. We got my timer going. And again, this will be a nice demo of the combination of just the self-care from the massage gun. So again, I'm going to turn this bad boy on. Let's see if it stays on now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just lengthen out. Oh, man. You know what? I think I'm going to do a calf. I'm going to get my calf here a little bit. Oh, because I realized I didn't do that before. And again, this is the value to having now the mini massage gun. Again, as I mentioned before, isn't as powerful as a traditional massage gun, but the value is like, dude, it's super easy to travel with. It fits pretty much, like you can fit this in your glove compartment, you can fit it in your desk, you know, like this can go pretty much anywhere in your gym bag. So this is something that, and hopefully your gym has, if you're going to a gym, hopefully it has like massage guns and soft tissue stuff, foam rollers, things like that. But if not, you can always have one on the go. And this is great. Honestly, I would recommend for traveling, being back to school, even bringing this to school with you if you guys go away to school or you have younger kids. Even for the parents out there dealing with this, man, like being able, if you get, even dude, I would say like if you get stuck in traffic a lot, dealing with that, going to the school, even now this, the cool thing about this, it's not super loud. Now, to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't recommend like going to like like a play or anything where you're like, it's going to be quiet because it's going to be loud enough where it'll still be distracting. But like if you brought this like a baseball game or your kids like soccer game or something like that, this would be a great way to work in some self-care and like still be able to enjoy. Oh, so now I'm going to open and hit my chest here a little bit and still be able to enjoy being around your kids, witnessing their event, but you're also taking care of yourself. And like, that's where, again, man, there's always a way to find an exercise or movement or breathing or self-care, something you can do for yourself that you have control over. Is just you may not know that that'll be effective. For example, like I was talking to one of my clients yesterday about this, about how like when I sit in traffic and I like maybe didn't do a workout, even if I did, I actively will use like my core, my breathing. Oh, I just turned this puppy off. I'll actively use my breathing and my diaphragm and my abs to basically tense and release to get a core workout and get some engagement in. And there's a lot of things that you can do with that. All right, so I think that mini massage gun might be done, so we'll bring this puppy away. I'm gonna get into the rest of my foam rolling. Oh man, yeah, my middle back, y'all, we're feeling this puppy. And again, so I'm just gonna kind of go through some of this mobility and kind of like self-care. Oh yeah, there we go. And that's why I like that vibrate. The one I have right now is a vibrating foam roller, which you can see on the LOF channel. Like it helps. Oh, just like it's not the same as percussion or the massage gun. They're two different kind of tools, but they can be similar in some of the aspects how you apply them and use them. What I'm doing right now is I have a position. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this bad boy vertically, going basically parallel to my vertebrae and my spine, and going through some different types of scapula movement. So a scapula is a fancy way of saying the shoulder blades, and then we have muscles around the shoulder blades and a lot of different tissue. So being able to get blood flow around the scapula, the shoulder blades, while simultaneously opening up my chest. Oh, also, don't mind as my tum-tum hangs out. Also, dude, shout out to Puerto Rican Ashley. This girl called me out. I want to say it was Monday. She's like, dude, you got dad belly going on, a little dad bod action. So I appreciate the accountability, guys, and also the angles, maybe not the friendliest, but the point is I share this to like, A, for accountability, but also to be transparent with you guys. Like, listen, even as a health coach, like, I don't want to be 10% body fat anymore, to be honest. Like, I like being right now about like 18.5%, 19%. You may be floating closer up to 20 now that like I had a couple of weeks where maybe it was less dialed in. But the point is to be sustainable so that like I'm never going to go above 20% body fat. Now working my way towards from the fall to the winter. It's been like honestly before this January, I think I had the highest body fat percentage I've had since I originally lost weight. It was a 16. I think it was at like 23%, some crazy high number for a variety of reasons. Working through some like health thing. And the point of me saying all that is like, listen, I, even as a health coach, know if you're not really building and sustaining and taking care of those habits, they can fall to the wayside and then you can gain on weight. And the good thing about this is like, since this is what I do blood work. Shout out to Dr. Eric. We're going to get some more lab reports to see where my hormone levels are at and like how my body's doing. Being able to stay on top of that stuff. Because if you ignore it, and I know, man, it can be tempting to ignore like, oh, well, if I don't have the info, I don't know. You don't like kind of have the same stress level potentially at first, but listen, it's going to get you no matter what. So be mindful of those things, pay attention to it. Let's see, what else did I miss? Did I miss anything? Ooh, I missed the Sojo Retro Aviator shades. We got 24% off on these bad boys too. Let me show you these. So hopefully that was helpful, just kind of going a little bit of self-care, recovery, the cool down, all that good stuff. Let's pull up our OBS camera since that's what I'm using here too, guys. You guys can kind of see that. And let's bring up the shades. We'll do a little screen share here so I can show you what's up. And look at some of the deets. Let me turn this timer off because the timer is going now. We'll save that puppy for later. For later. Okay. I don't have that on here. We're going to go to here. Also, how's everyone's week been going so far? I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what's up. So as you can see, the retro, I typically like the aviators more, but they actually have another, by this brand that I've gotten, they have a little bit more of like a squared up look that I actually kind of like more than these aviators. I love aviators. These are nice. Now these, honestly, my wife has this color that we got. I got these for her. This is the brown lens, I believe. But I'll be honest, let me look at the ones that I would probably rock. I would rock these green lenses. Let's see what the frames though. What else we got? Go matte black with the green lens. You can go black with a gradient gray. Ooh, I like that one. That one's kind of nice. And again, you'll see here, guys, this isn't just for women or for men. They're unisex, so for both. Let's see. Now, I will say, like, so even just the kind of like the bridging, like this kind of framing of it, to me, like it even says like lady shades, meaning they have like little maybe more feminine colors. Like even just the rounding of it. I'm sorry, this bridge part right here. Rounding makes for a better fit on the ear. Comfort. Again, this goes back to my fitness test. This is one, even these shades have passed this test. You know, these like Ashley rocks these passed my fitness test where they stayed on my face. I shook my head. I did push-ups. I did a burpee. They stayed on. They didn't fall. They didn't move. It's pretty clutch. And what I want to do here, guys, for the last little bit, for a couple minutes at least, I'm going to do a demo of these dumbbells. I already showed you and played you the B-roll, my shoppable video, but I wanted to show you guys some of the other aspects with these. Let's actually check if we have an inland coupon, because I just actually ordered these for a client the other day, and they had, I want to say they had their, the inland coupon's gone, oh snap. But you might be able to save if you get these in bulk too. Ooh, let's see what else we got here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's go. Ooh, and then we'll go into the Lovebook laptop backpack. This one's clutch, man. My wife obviously loves this one. This one's for her. But I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I've totally jacked this from her before and used it on like a quick how to run to a meeting kind of stuff and being back to school. Again, this can be for your kids if you have older kids. This is the cool thing about this. I'm going to show you guys a little screen share here. Is not only the storage space, but the fact that it allows you to have like a charger with it. So you can have an external battery pack in here that you can constantly keep your phone charged. It's got a little charging port right there that as long as you have to provide the battery though, like it doesn't come with a battery pack, that's separate. But if you have an external battery pack or you buy one, you can usually buy them together. Look at all the stuff you can fit in here, from laptop, tablet, like water bottle. We've got umbrella, we've got books, we've got pens, we've got all the stuff that you're gonna need for meetings, for school. Now, the other thing I'll also say is check this out. If you're traveling and maybe you're going on the road and going to the airport, like this actually fits really nicely on your luggage, which I saw my dad do this when I was like younger, like as a kid. I'm like, oh, that's super cool. I can't wait to be a professional and do stuff like that. And now we're living that life. So here's a perfect example. Usually they'll have a recommend buy with, and they'll have your external batteries. Again, let's look at how much these batteries are. Yeah, for 20 bucks to get 2 batteries, like I would totally, to me, that's like a cycle within a cycle. That to me is a great investment. So you get 20 bucks plus that. So let's see, what is it at right now? It's $37.98. So yeah, so the 20 bucks it's going to cost you, you actually have a discount right now, 24% off. Normally it's 50 bucks. It's $38 right now. So it's basically, you're like, it's the same cost, get the batteries. You can do whatever you want. If you already have them, cool, save the money. But that's, to me, a clutch feature of it. It's even if you don't use the battery, it's nice. It can fit a lot of stuff. It's easy. It's fashionable. But I think, to me, from a function standpoint, the most attractive feature is the ability to have an external battery in there and then have that port on the outside that you can be plugging it into. So you can be doing your work, having your laptop, charging your stuff. You don't have to worry about an outlet. If you have an outlet, great. Like, don't worry and waste your battery. But this is definitely clutch. Or even being at the airport, this is definitely a time where I've used it. Being on a plane, if they didn't have, most planes from my experience, the newer ones have like USB or outlets or things to plug things into. But if you don't want to deal with that stuff, or you're somewhere where maybe they don't have battery, or you're going out to like the park, or you want to have, an outdoor kind of change environment, this helps facilitate that. When I was still working for Noom and I was not just running light for fire. I would go to like different areas to do, because I would do like 6 to 8 hours of client messaging all day, every day. I had like over 1,100, I think it was like 1,300 or maybe 1,500 my max clients at the same time that could be messaging me at any day. Now, not all of them did. Usually it was like 300 of them messaging at a given day. It's still kind of a crazy number. So I would just like get out of the house, not have distractions as much, go to the park, have my laptop, bang out messages. Nowadays, I've gotten a different routine. And it's still nice to do that. Like I like going in the backyard. I like walking over here, going to like, there's a picnic area over here. So we just kind of go to some different areas, but being able to get out of the house is kind of my point. Now it's also been crazy hot, so I don't get out in the middle of the day, but now in the fall, man, that's one of my favorite things about the fall and the spring too. It's like kind of that middle temperature ground where you could be outside pretty much all day and not worry about, you're going to die of dehydration or get crazy hot. And I sweat like crazy too. So that's another variable I'm always thinking of. All right, let's see what else we got. Speaking of, let's just go one more time. We'll highlight the Fidus water bottles. Super clutch. Again, it has 64 ounces. I'll tell you milliliters as well. But also it'll have like time from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. It has like different like little quotes and a little line you can measure. You guys can see what I'm talking about. So see how it says, remember your goal, keep going, you've got this. So it gives you a measurable mark on what you want to try and shoot for every day to get there. Now, the other thing is you can see, definitely has that, so it's not the hell actually, it's not what I want to highlight, that's great too. Let's go for the straw, yeah. Soft straw, so here's the cool things, the pipette, that's great. The cool thing is this, that retractable bottom. So it can collapse at the bottom of the water bottle, so you can close it and you don't have to worry about it getting messed up or lost or anything like that. Leak-proof guaranteed. This one I can attest to because my daughters definitely tested this quite a bit since I'm a water bottle. They love like flinging water bottles around, cups around, and sometimes they don't even mean to. It just happens out of what they're doing. So yeah. Let's see. My Wi-Fi might be a little connection's unstable on Wi-Fi. Yeah, why is my router now plugged in? I gotta plug that back in. Probably because everyone's on the devices now and I got all the windows open. Let's close some of this. Let's close out of this to get a little bit more stable internet connection. Let's see. I'm on 5G too. So I'm definitely gonna have to just plug my router in too, guys. Yeah, y'all. I think that's pretty much it. You guys got any questions for me? Talk to me about questions, man. Because again, I'm going to be back in a little bit doing our Pro Fitness sponsored workout, and then we're going to have our podcast tonight. Kyle coming on. I'm going to talk about more cool products, and we're going to have that sponsored as well. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think that's really it, y'all. So I'm going to cheers you guys. We'll cheers it up. I'll see you guys later. Cheers, everyone.